these revised. Okay, now guys, what we're doing in this section here is, what we realised is, does everybody realise, once again, we usually have 3 channels, okay? We usually have something like this. That's usually what we have. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Would you agree we have the x's on the left? We have the y's to the right of the x's. Then we have the equal sign. And then we have the regular numbers on the right hand side of the equal sign. Does everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
What is the big difference between question 17 and what I just described there? Hands up. We'll go with Riley.
Because there's the x is the answer, the equals, it's like kind of like mixed up and everything.
It's mixed up and everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to want the y over the other side. Okay? So we're going to bring the y back over again. So what does that change back into, Eddie?
Minus 5.
X minus y equals 5. That's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
The x is where it's meant to be, the y is where it's meant to be, and the 5 is where it's meant to be. Then we wrote that out. Now what about the next one over here? What can we do with the 2x? Heyman.
Bring it over to the left side.
And what do we get?
Plus 2x.
Plus 2x plus 3y equals 15. Now we're looking at this, Thomas.
Wait, can I just ask a question?
Yep, go for it.
Why would be a minus y?
So in the first place up here, see it here?
Yeah.
It's a plus y. So when it crosses the equal sign, pluses change into minuses, addition changes into subtraction, multiplication changes into division, division changes into multiplication. So that's addition changing into subtraction. Is that okay? Now guys, when we add directly down, do the y's cancel? No. Can anyone in the class tell me what number would I like this part to be to make the 3y cancel? Yes sir.
3.
You want it to be minus 3y. How can you make that happen? Multiply it by 3. Now what happens when you multiply the top one by 3? Dylan? No, you don't have to. You only have to multiply one of them by. If you multiply both sides by the same amount, the balance is not affected. So just multiply everything by 3 there. So 3 times x. 3 times minus y. 3 times 5. 15. And underneath that we have our 2x plus 3y equals 15. What happens next, guys? What happens, Joe? Add them straight down, Joe.
Well, 3x plus 2x equals 5x.
Yeah.
And minus 3y plus 3y equals 0.
Hey, good morning. Here today's announcements. To first year.
So what we had here was we added it down, and we got 5x equals 30. Then x equals 6. Now we're not done there. Remember what we said earlier? Pick one of your 2 equations. You can pick the yellow one or you can pick the blue one.
Yellow one.
Pick the yellow one. Okay? X will equal what, guys? 6. 6 take away y is 5. Bring the 6 over the other side. It becomes a minus 6. Minus y equals minus 1. What can you do next?
You divide minus y into minus 1.
Minus 1 into minus 1.
Minus 1 into minus 1.
And you get y equals
1.
1. I'll do one more of these and that's us, okay? So we've done question 17 and I'll do 23 for you, okay? Alright? 23. Have a look at this. Once again, what's the problem with question 23? Why does it not look like the ones we did earlier? Liam?
They're all mixed up.
So how do I fix that situation?
You bring the 3y over to the left side.
So what happens when it goes to the left side?
It turns into a plus 3y.
Good man. And what about this 4y?
So you bring it over.
And you get x.
Minus 4y.
Now the 14's on the wrong side as well, so what can I do with the 14?
You bring it to the right side. It turns to minus 14.
Does everybody get that?
Yeah. Is it not minus
No, the 5, so the 5 was on the right hand side of the equals, and it's still on the right hand side of the equals. That means it never changed sides, so therefore it doesn't need to, its addition does not change into subtraction, or its subtraction will not change into addition. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Now guys, the problem here is when you add them down, the two of these will not cancel each other out. Would you agree with that? Can anybody think of a number that 3 and 4 will divide into? Yes sir, you. 12. You, can you tell me how to turn the top one into 12? And can you tell me how to turn the bottom one into minus 12? Okay, so go for you. 4 times 2x?
Equals 8x.
Yeah. 4 times 3y?
Equals 12y.
4 times 5?
Equals 20.
3 times the bottom?
Equals 3x.
3 times the 4y?
Is minus 12y.
Yeah, and 3 times minus 14?
Is 42.
Good job, minus 42. Alright, we'll leave you there. Okay, add straight down, you get 11x equals what? 20 take away 42? Minus 22. And then x equals what, guys? X will equal minus 2. Alright, I had to call it there, I'm afraid.